it's a male-dominated profession, so women are scared to take that step, maybe thinking that they're not able to do it, but you can do it if you have that right mindset.
It's a mindset the Metro Police Department hopes more women will have. Their goal, a 30% female police force. Last year, it was 11%. This year, it's 13%.
Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you hit the link in the description box to get over to my new YouTube channel, Green's House. I just uploaded a brand new interview with my friend, I hope I can call it that, Miss Christine Daniels. She is a behaviorist specializing in children with autism. We sat down for a little bit. We covered a lot of good ground, so make sure you get over there. Check that out. Like, subscribe, and share. Boy, oh boy. People, we are about to talk about some of the stupidest shit I've seen yet. But this is what we're doing. This is the new world we're in. This is the new woke. Women can do what men can do, and we need more women and blah, blah, blah. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Right? Real Rosie the Riveter times. Real Norma Ray we're living in right now. So the Nashville Police Department wants a 30% female police force by 2030. They want 30% female officers by 2030. That shit is stupid. Now it's about to get real raw, uncut, and sexist in here, but I don't care. Metro Police working to increase female recruits. I don't think women should be police. There, I said it. I've talked to women who were in law enforcement who agree. They know that they're not as strong as their male counterparts. I think female officers, I mean, they're already, we have them, but I think they should only respond to calls pertaining to a female subject or suspect. If you got a rowdy, drunk chick or whatever's going on with the woman, those are the calls that female officers should go to. Period. I know for a fact that when male officers call for backup and a female officer shows up, they're like, damn. Because they're not as strong. They're not going to be the force multiplier that they need them to be. We've seen plenty of videos of suspects overpowering female officers easily. These dudes aren't ripped. They don't do CrossFit. They're not bodybuilders. They're just regular, old, off-the-couch dudes. Here's one that I remember from a long time ago. This guy, he gets pulled over. He's driving a minivan, and he gets pulled over, and he has this little girl in the van with him, and he has a pound of marijuana under his front seat. It's a black dude. If you guys remember this, some of you have probably seen this. And female officer, 5 foot something, 5'3", 4, maybe 5. She takes him to the back of the vehicle and she places him up against the vehicle by herself, no other officers. She puts one hand behind his back to cuff him. When she goes for that other hand, he spins around and blam, right in her jaw. She is unconscious before she hits the ground. He gets on top of her, he straddles her, sits on top of her, and proceeds to just UFC style rain punches down on her, put her in a coma. Now, could that happen to a male officer? Yeah. It's less likely. There's another story where a female officer was in an elevator in a courtroom dealing with a suspect, overpowered her easily. I've seen videos of a female officer struggling with a teenage boy. Stop this shit. Yeah, there's some badass women out there, but you're not more badass than a man. All cops, unless they're dealing with female suspects, should be men. Just like we don't have women in combat, we shouldn't have women on the police force, period. And yes, I'm the father of a daughter. I don't want my daughter being a cop. I don't want my daughter going off to fight. I also had the pleasure of sitting down with Michelle and Amanda of heartsofoakcreations.com. Check it out. They were both MPs in the Army. They went out on patrols. They had male soldiers with them. And the male soldiers would feel an obligation to kind of protect them. And they knew that. See, it's okay when we know our places in society. It's okay. But this shit right here is fucking ridiculous. The Army tried this shit. They lowered the physical criteria in boot camp. I'm sorry, they didn't lower it. They evened it. That's right. They had everybody do the same. And I even thought when I was at boot camp 20 some years ago, I thought that was bullshit, that the females got to do different stuff. They didn't have to do pull-ups. They got to hang for a certain amount of time. They didn't have to do regular push-ups. They could leave their knees on the ground. That was bullshit. So I don't agree with that either. But the Army made it even for everybody. And guess who kept failing? The females, because they're not as physically strong as men, period. And that's been okay for the past, I don't know how many thousands of years, but all of a sudden, we think we know better. We think we know better than what got us here. But wait until you hear this bullshit. I was like, is this for real? It's not April 1st. Check your calendar. Maybe you're watching this on April 1st, but when I'm recording this, it is not April 1st. Listen to this damn article. Nashville, Tennessee. The Metro Nashville Police Department is showing progress. This is progress as it works toward a goal of hiring more female recruits. More women are helping fill critical officer positions thanks to the 30 by 30 initiative signed by Police Chief John Drake in March of 2021. Police Chief John Drake, who did you hand your testicles over to? Did they bronze them and put them on a mantle? Did they hang them on a rearview mirror like baby shoes? The national initiative challenges police departments to increase female staffing by 30%, staffing to 30% by 2030. The women made up 11% of the MMPD in 2023, according to Commander Tiffany Gibson. Here's some more sexism for you. I don't think that women should be in leadership positions. There. No police chief, no commander, no mayor, no president, no governor. According to Commander Tiffany Gibson, Metro's first female director of training with the Metro Police Department Training Academy. As of February 2024, Commander Gibson said MMPD numbers showed women made up 13% of Metro's total police force, edging closer to the 30% goal. We're definitely growing. So if we can just keep that momentum going, said Gibson, I believe that it is definitely attainable. We still have some time, and we're just going to keep working really hard to keep making sure that we get there, at least very close to it. Lactation rooms. That's where women go to feed their baby. Lactation rooms for nursing moms, more flexible schedules, and physical test modifications are among the changes MNPD made to help attract new recruits, especially women. That's in addition to their already paid maternity leave and sick time, according to Commander Gibson. So physical test modifications, you know what that means? That means instead of them dragging that rubber dummy, they just have to do agility tests. We got to jump. We got to do some agility tests like we're trying out for a fucking football team. It's not strength because, you know, dragging somebody to safety, whether it be a citizen or your fellow officer, they don't have to do that anymore. They can just show that they're agile. Lactation rooms. How about this? I don't want moms out there getting shot at. If you're a mom, stay at home. Nurse that baby in your own lactation room, known as your living room. You got lactation rooms at a fucking police station. Looking to the future, Gibson said, conversations are underway trying to lay the foundation for a 24/7 child care facility for Metro Police families. Is this a police department or a daycare center? We're trying to get going, possibly help sponsor our own child care facility, and I think that would be really helpful for females, definitely, but also for families in general at the department. Commander Gibson said MMPD is looking to model San Diego's, California. Thank you. Thank you for exporting your progressive shit. San Diego's police department, where they built the nation's first child care center customized to meet the needs of law enforcement. I think having that availability would be when it would really be a game changer for us. Gibson expressed as she discussed how the child care facility could help with recruiting. You got a baby? Come be a cop. No, stay your ass at home. Do something else. That's as bad as maternity flight suits. You want a mom waddle into the cockpit pulling G's? A date has not been set for any facility, but Gibson said, we're hoping that can happen in the near future. All the changes are to help attract MMPD trainees like Caitlin Delana. It's a male-dominated profession, said Delana. No shit. So women are scared to take that step, maybe thinking that they're not able to do it. But you can do it if you have that right mindset. If you don't have the mindset, don't try to do it. If you're scared to be a cop, don't be a cop. Remember when people just couldn't have everything they wanted? Delana is one of 4 women in her police academy class set to graduate in April. Both she and new officers like Emma Long say they hope the changes lead to more women joining them on patrols and beyond. What the fuck is this, a girls' trip? More qualified and strong women to be in the police department and be leaders in this police department, said Officer Long. I mean, I think it would be a great thing to see. Commander Gibson said there were 162 vacant funded positions available with MMPD as of February 2024. So you're just going to fill those positions with anybody. And just like, and we should also have the same, or not the same, but we should have tough criteria to meet for the male officers too. You shouldn't see no fat cops. A cop should be in shape. A cop should be able to chase somebody down if necessary, or wrestle somebody down if necessary. I think all police should have jiu-jitsu training. Learn how to put somebody in a chokehold or an armbar, or how to grapple with them on the ground and restrain them. Men should be well trained as possible, but women? Are you kidding me? Physical requirements. Physical, how did they word it? Physical requirement modification. You need to be able to drag somebody to safety. You need to be able to lift and run and do things to be a cop. And if you can't, guess what? You just can't be a cop. Period. They want 30% of their force to be female just because. Not that you're the best qualified, but just because. We want to continue this progressive agenda. Never mind the danger it puts the citizens in. You got a family member, a spouse, or some guy harassing you or trying to harm you or hurt you. You hear the sirens, here comes help. And a Oompa Loompa hops out of the patrol car. Girl, what are you going to do? You're just going to get hurt right along with the rest of us. Reminds me of a story. I'm trying to tell you a story. So when I worked at Trader Joe's, there was these 2 chicks that were non-binary, but they both looked like Michael J. Fox. Anyway, So one of the female employees said, some customer creeped me out. I think I've told this story before. Some customer creeped me out. So one of the non-binary, she was doing CrossFit and all this kind of stuff. She was tough. She had hair on her arms and a weird chin beard. So she was ready. And she told the girl, she walks up to her and says, let's go. She was like, go where? I'm going to walk you to your car. Ooh, man, I bet you feel safe now. Somebody of your equal height and weight is going to protect you. You wouldn't do shit but get fucked up along with her. What are you going to do? It was fucking hilarious. I'm not in good shape at all. Not right now. If you look at my last video about France becoming the first country to make abortion a constitutional right, I explained the new journey I'm on to be healthy. So I will be. But even in my current state, there is no fucking way that you could stop me from doing anything. You couldn't stop me from doing nothing. You can squat and lift and run and train all you want. I would pick you up over my head and throw you somewhere. That's just the way it is. But you're putting the citizens at risk to have these unqualified police officers out there. And ever since this whole push to defund the police, that's been happening all across the country. You have these underqualified police officers out there to protect people, and they can't. But as usual, I'll be waiting for you in the comment section. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass in the description section. Hit the link to my new channel, Green's House. Like, subscribe, and share. I am Jericho Green, and man, I'm out.